Oh no.
One more person to vote. One more person vote.
Haha. Maybe.
Like the
All right.
voting though. I like that you can vote to skip it.
If we clap, will Chip like it better? Is Chip like Tinkerbell?
All right. We got a new
Chip.
bot. Anybody watching, we have a new bot. We're playing with it, trying to figure it out. That's where we are in the world today. But it's the point. We're here. Here's hoping. All right. So last time, in Mateia, our resident adventurers perused their soulscapes, their dreams that they found to be the innards of their souls, after having some unique moments in that they ran across some children who were trying to destroy their soul crystals to effectively kill them. But they either fought their way out or talked their way out, but eventually they escaped their own souls, waking up in the train where they fell asleep. And when they woke up, they realized they were tied to these sick-looking children, who, after some investigation, they found that they, in fact, had the shadow flu. They made their way further through the train, came upon the ticket puncher guy, who Chip, after the man begged for, not Chip, Melissa, who after the man begged for his life, sacrificed him to the Prince of Frost. Upon hearing noises outside the train, they clambered out onto the train roof, saw that the moon, the stars, and the sky were all blood red, and the trees and landscape were as black as death. While they're on this moving train, they looked up and they saw a being floating in the air that said, "Excellent. I see that my dinner has arrived." Is Chip still super loud for you?
I turned it down. It's fine.
A little bit, but
Cool.
I can turn it down.
Cool. All right. That's what I had to do. But we find ourselves here. You guys, this map looks a little bit different from last time because I was able to prepare it better. You are here on this cart of the train on the roof, and you see this creature kind of floating up in the air, about 30 feet up in the air, quite some distance from you, whose voice seemed like it was right beside you when he spoke. But yes, what do you wish to do? As he just kind of floats there, moving with the train. As the train's moving, he's just kind of sticking parallel with it.
So we're not in initiative yet?
No.
Okay.
I see that you've somehow escaped your soul prisons, and you've made your way up to me. Did you come to sacrifice yourselves or beg for peace, like those before you?
We do not beg, but we demand. The children that you have captured and corrupted and corralled are not yours to own. We would ask and entreat that we find a way to negotiate a peaceful, non-violent, non-soul rending end to this nightmare you are all trapped in.
You believe that I told those children anything other than what they wanted to hear, you would be mistaken. I did not lie to them. I did not trick them. I did not threaten, nor did I commit atrocities untowards them. They offered to do my bidding for what it is that I can give to them. Is that not why you follow in their footsteps? Have you not come to beg for peace forever?
What you call peace is just a veil over oblivion. It is not true hope or true light at all.
Have you looked around? and he just kind of waves both of his arms out, extends them as far as he can, and kind of like brushes the landscape. Do you not see where you live, where you find yourself? This realm is a desolate wasteland. Everyone does what they can do to survive. If that means that you sacrifice yourself to something else to get something better, who am I to stop you? But also, I am a creature of this realm itself as well, and I deserve to live, do I not?
All deserve to live, but none have the right to exploit. Even if they submit themselves willingly, it seems that their current state of anguish is reproachful. Companions, what do you all have to say?
Sounds like you're but a parasite. Look angrily at this guy.
It chuckles a little bit.
Well, they seek freedom and life and deserve such, and you're denying them that. Life is about
Giving
ups
them-
and downs and learning from your mistakes and dealing with the consequences of your actions and overcoming obstacles. And what you're giving them is just a repeat of the same story over and over again where they don't get a chance to learn and grow. That is not life.
For them, they have come to me and told me that they have nothing. They have no one. They have nowhere to go. They asked me to fulfill their hope, and their hope is to live a life free of tortures, to live a life not in this wasteland, to provide them with mercy, peace, and future that, while it is repetitive, and while, as you say, they cannot necessarily grow and change, they don't need to. They get to relive what made them happy over and over again within themselves. And while their physical bodies may not survive, they will be providing nourishment for those to survive after them, i.e., me. But they will have no reason not to be happy in the realm where they wish to go.
In the conversation that I had with the young one involved in my dream, I promised to bring them to a better place. To a family. To a place where they can grow and learn and adapt and change and become better versions of themselves as they get older. The one that I spoke to seemed very inclined for that, as if it wasn't even an option that they had considered prior. So excuse me if I don't take your words at face value.
Well, they have already promised themselves to me, so they are mine. Unless you care to try and break their bonds and break their contracts, then you are more than willing to try, but I can't promise that will end well for you. But I am willing to make a deal, if you are open to deal making.
It's your deal. What are the terms?
Pretty simple. You for them for you. I'm giving you an option this time, compared to before. It's only fair. None have escaped those binds before, so you have earned yourself the option to go back or to switch with them or to not. He starts to slowly just float down a little bit. Still like 10 feet above the train, but lower.
The illusion of choice is not a choice.
You all believe the same, or are there any among you who are willing to make a deal?
I would like to take out a dagger
Mm-hmm.
and cut my non-frosted hand,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to begin using my blood to trace a sigil across the ground while all of this is happening.
As you begin to trace a blood sigil on the ground on this roof of this train car, you see that the train, the actual metal that you're standing on, kind of warbles for a second, and the blood just gets absorbed into the roof of the train,
Ooh.
almost like it ate it.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, oh no.
And those who are speaking with him, turn. His head snaps towards the list and goes, "We're not done talking. It's quite rude to attempt to do whatever it is that you're doing in the middle of a conversation."
Oh, snap.
Is there not
Forgive
something
me.
else you could consume?
Uh, I, no, there's not. I live off of time given forth. I put people into dreams permanently, and I live off of the remaining time they would have had in their lives. I live off of potential. That is how I have survived for as long as I have survived, and I will continue to survive living off of the potential of others. But while I live on their potential, they get to live in a dreamscape of their own choosing. Good, bad, anywhere in between. Whatever they most desire is where they are shunted to upon falling asleep and accepting the terms of the deal.
The shunting of people, that's the kind of verb that we have issue with. But how did you come into this? This seems such an improbable confluence that would just collapse. How have you maintained this for long? How are you trapped here?
The realm where we are is full of life, full of people, full of hope, in a way. People are constantly born, and people constantly die, and people constantly go missing, and after a while, people just stop looking for those who go missing. You take a couple of people here, a couple of people there, they tend not to get noticed. You take the beggars, you take the thieves, you take those who are, well, lower in society that no one takes a second look at, that no one will miss. Occasionally, you stumble upon those who are of higher merit, and you earn more things from the deals, but in the end, people don't really inherently care about one another. And one neighbor will happily leave the other neighbor out to dry as long as it saves their own skin and their own family, at least temporarily. And I found that when you force people to look at the worst of themselves, they'll turn that mirror back on somebody else to not have to look at their own reflection, and they'll happily give up someone else. But I'm being very rude. I have not formally introduced myself. For those who don't know me, my name is Valgrimal of the lower tier. Your acquaintance has now officially been met.
I'm Pax Diver Unsues of the far realm, traveling and an ambassador of the Fey people to this continent.
He nods as he meets you officially.
Do you usually introduce yourself to your prey?
You're only a prey if you don't have something to offer it in a deal. But yes, everyone has terms they can agree to. And I am nothing but a mere businessman. My business just happens to be in a realm that you don't fully appreciate or enjoy.
My curiosity is piqued. Are the children's physical bodies here, or just the manifestation of their minds?
Their physical bodies. What you met and what you spoke with inside your world was the manifestation of them. But yes, their physical bodies are, and he kind of like looks and counts the train cars. He's like, they are, if I recall, oh, right there, and points to the train car that, counting back, remembering how many you've walked through, you know that is the sleeping car. So, and as he does that, those of you who left familiars there get this eerily cold feeling, just kind of covers your body, as almost for a split second, it's like you see through the eyes of all of your familiars and you see a duplicate of him in there, just kind of counting that they're in there, and then you're snapped back to where you are and the coldness passes. So, a deal shall we make? Or do you wish to go about this a unpleasant way?
Well, I, my companions, I'm gonna see what people think. But everyone can tell I'm pretty appalled, or like, ugh, I'm giving that look. But I'm not saying anything.
Stealing time from children, not okay.
You said we had a cold, eerie feeling flow over us, right?
Yes.
As I whispered you, will give you control here for a second if you wish, but I would like to embrace that cold feeling and keep it with me as I call to the Lord of Stygia to attempt to do what I want.
Okay.
Let him take over for a hot minute.
That's interesting. Interesting. So as you guys are kind of looking around and trying to figure out exactly what your next plan is going to be, what your next step is going to be, um, you see, just for a second, Ballista almost is encased in this transparent blue iceberg. And as you kind of look in to see what's going on, you see that her facial features seem a bit different. They're very faint, but you can kind of see the outline of like this dark shadow behind this icy veil. These long flowing black hair with this mustache goatee kind of just like shadowed onto this humanoid face. You can't really make out any specific colorations or scars or markings, but they look very much not like what Vallista has been looking like, but also kind of disheveled by being stuck inside of this cube of ice. And then almost as quickly as it came over her, the ice seems to disappear. You do have, Ballista, you do have your hair is a little bit darker than it normally is. It's kind of tinted. Instead of being that white color, it's tinted more to like a gray. Like it's trying to get darker, trying to regain some coloration, but it's not quite managing to get there. It's kind of fading to gray and fading back to white, and kind of like almost pearlescent shading between the two, and almost floating between the two colors at the same time.
Well, that's fun.
You're right, Ballista?
I do not respond. and keep going with what I'm going for.
Okay. They're going to float
I was
down
trying
to
to
the top
do
now.
this the easy way, and now I had to do it the hard way.
He floats down, and you see that his feet just barely touch the top of this moving train. And he says, "Are we making a deal, or are we not? I don't have all day, unfortunately. I do have things that I need to take care of which you are standing in the way of. So, can we make a deal, or what is your intention with this situation?"
May we confer for a moment amongst ourselves?
Yes, you can have a moment.
Excellent.
And you see that as he gives you a moment, he kind of pulls out a book and puts on a pair of what almost look like reading glasses from his pocket, and he starts flipping through this very, very thick tome. As it's opened, you see it's going from like the innards of his left elbow to the edge of his left fingertips, and just from what you can see from the distance that you are, it's a solid 3 to 4 inches thick when it's opened. So you imagine when this thing is closed, it is a solid 6 to 8 inch thick tome. Like this is a large tome.
Big boy. And I'll whisper with our companions, well, I think taking him down seems the best option. Even if we give ourselves up in the process, I don't think we can stand for what he's doing. What do you two think?
I agree.
I don't know if we have much choice. We promised those children.
Is Ballista making a deal? How? I mean, you've pushed Naomi from the start that they might be problematic. What's happening here?
Honestly, I'm not all that sure, but I would wager whatever is going on here has nothing to do with him.
Hmm.
For she didn't see him as a familiar. So I would guess that this is her own doing, whether she's running or she's attempting to help. I can't be too sure about that. However, I do think that fighting would be our best option.
I guess for the three of you, you would hear Ballista uttering some sort of incantation during all of this.
That's not ominous.
What language are you uttering your incantation in?
Infernal.
Does anybody else happen to speak Infernal?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. As far as you guys are concerned, it looks ritualistic, but it's not in a language that you understand, and it is unsettling. But it doesn't seem like it's something that is necessarily negative. You're just very, very uncertain of what is happening with Ballista.
Doesn't seem like she's a threat.
Roll an insight check.
Come on. Oh, that's right. They're not alphabetical. Insight. Where the heck are you, insight? There you are. Oh, I did not mean to roll twice. Oh well.
It seems like a threat is brewing from her, but not necessarily towards you three. It's definitely ominous. What she's doing is unsettling and ominous, but it doesn't look like, based on, you know how when you know that people are, even if you don't understand what they're saying or what they're doing specifically, you can tell like every now and again the eyes will meet your gaze and you just know that whatever's happening is coming your way. This does not have that feeling. Every now and again you see when Ballista's doing her casting, creating her ritualistic markings and doing whatever it is, or chanting, doing whatever it is that she's attempting to do, every now and again, just for a tiny fragment of a second, you see her eyes kind of pop up and look up towards the guy a few trains away. But never meeting any of your gazes or changing the tongue in which she's speaking for this incantation.
I'll be inclined to let her finish what she's doing, I suppose. But what do you two think?
The best thing we can do is distract him, I feel, at this point. If she's doing something that will turn out to be beneficial for everyone, including us and the children, as much as I hate to say it, we should let her finish what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. So it's come down to this. We have to trust in Ballista.
Please don't say that ever again.
Well, one kind of a deal or another, it seems today, and I feel I can trust her more than I can trust Floating McEvil Eye. But I feel we should do this as a duel than as an ambush. I think we would be overmatched if we tried to surprise him.
At about this time, you hear the tome just with this heavy, almost like a wrought iron bound oak door slamming shut. You hear this book close, and he takes his glass off and goes, "Well, I believe you've had enough time to confer. Shall we be doing business?"
Exchange glances, see who wants to be the spokesperson.
I guess I do have some questions in regards to the stability of the world that we'd be living in.
And what would those be?
Well, and without really asking, Naomi's just gonna take a step forward and see if he makes her stop.
Nope.
Cool. Well, in the full amounts of the world, at least the world that I was in during that very small amount of time, I was reliving, I would say, a hope, really, to go forward and discover something a little bit new in myself. However, what I did notice is that there was infiltration within my dream, which had caused me to break out of it and thus break your hold. Is the situation that you would put me in, would I be able to avoid that?
Yes, because I sent them in there. I broke that and sent them in there myself and gave them weapons with which to get to where you discovered them. I had a feeling would, with a collective, would try and, well, he holds up his hand to you as you take that step forward. It's like, far enough. I had a feeling you would want to try and do something to stop me living my life, so I decided to see if you were worth making a deal with. Seeing if you could stop the infiltration and destruction of your soul gem, which it seems that you were. You all have almost limitless potential, which would have given me a millennia of life to lead. So, but on this rare occasion, I was mistaken, and I fully admit that you are much stronger, all of you, than I gave you credit for, and so, for that, I apologize for underestimating you, but be assured, it won't happen again.
Well, with that knowledge, and something I would like to particularly point out about myself, the young person that you sent into my dream actually had a relatively difficult time trying to destroy mine. What if I were to give up myself? Would you be willing to allow the children and my compatriots to go? Judging by what was said in my dream, it sounds like my soul would have a lot more to give.
Kind of looks at you, eyes peeled. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. 11. Holy shit. That's horrible. I'm a +7. Are you kidding me?
Oh, do I have inspiration to give you? I think I do.
Well, the roll's already been made. Yeah. But he looks at you and says, "That deal is very heavily weighed in your favor. I would be willing to give 3 of the 4 children for you. Those would be my terms."
I'll put a hand on Naomi's arm and kind of shake my head a bit and whisper,
Oh, did you walk up there with Naomi?
"Sure, let's walk up towards Naomi." That's why I forgot she stepped forward. Yeah.
She's right here. So as Pax, as you are making your way up there, we'll say you get to about here by the time they finish they're a little bit back and forth. And you see Valista stops chanting and just something happens. Valista, describe what happens.
Yeah. So I stop chanting and I take both of my hands, mainly the frosted one, and I kind of lunge them forward as if I'm ripping into something. And I tear open like this, like the fabric of the world for a second, and I kind of reach in to it. And as I do, a portal opens directly behind him as I use Infernal Calling to summon a barbed devil.
You're placing it directly behind the big bad guy.
Oh yeah, and I have a token that I can place.
All right.
Just name it. Right behind him.
As you walk up to place your hand on Naomi's shoulder, Pax, Anthea, you see Valista stop chanting and stick their hands out, almost rip fabric of reality, and behind Valgrimau, you see walk out of this portal, this fiery flaming portal, this spiny devil. And he looks back at the devil, turns and looks at all of you and says, "So this is how you make deals, is it? You literally go behind the other person's back to try and get what you want?"
I would like to shout,
Mm-hmm.
just out loud. Actually, I am shouting in Infernal, because I wanted to hear me. I shout out, "The Lord of Stygia will grant you endless power if you aid us in taking down this creature." And then
It says Valgrimau looks at you, kind of laughs, turns to the barbed devil, and Infernal goes, "Or you could work for me right now, and I can give you endless power right now. You don't have to serve some stuck-up god of the hells."
I don't want to give him the chance to say that, because as I shout that out, I would like to Eldritch Blast his face.
Okay. He's still going to say it as you shoot him in the face. All right, so I'll let you get off your Eldritch Blast attacks, and then we're just gonna go into initiative. So, all right. Pull up his AC real fast. The 20 hits.
All right.
As you hit him in the face with an Eldritch Blast, you see that he just kind of rubs the side of his lip and goes, "Huh? Is that all you have?" Almost like it didn't do as much damage as you expected.
Also, just for the spell here, casting it.
Okay, cool. And then the Barb Devil also gets its own initiative. So you can add it to initiative.
I can. Barb Devil. You do have control over it, though.
Do I? It obeys the command. On each of your turns, you can try and issue a command. And
It
you
is
gotta
under
make.
the Dungeon Master's control.
Cool. Alright. I changed the music, so it should change soon, too. Alright. Well, Naomi, it looks like you're up first.
All right. Just asked you a question when you can on Discord. Cool. So Naomi pulls her glaive off of her back and runs forward 5, 10, 15, 20. And as she gets to here, she's jumping over the edge of the train. And as she does, her whole body starts to glow with a vibrant golden light. Her white hair turns bright gold, and her skin just starts to glow. And she raises up her glaive, which is starting to glow as well, and she's gonna take her attacks at the guy with her glaive. First attack is a 16.
You go to come down on top of them, they very quickly throw up the left arm, and this arcane barrier appears between you and them, causing your attack to not break through.
Alrighty. Do I get flanking because of this guy?
Sure, until he fails the charisma save. Sure.
Okay.
We'll say sure.
Okay. I won't ask for a reroll on that one, but I will take my advantage swing with this one.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That will hit.
That's 10 points of slashing damage, and as her glaive cuts through the barrier that was made and carves into him, he also takes 9 necrotic damage. Sorry, not necrotic. 9 radiant damage as well. And as the radiant damage cuts through him, it flashes back up her glaive and hits her, and she takes 5 points of radiant damage and lets out a small scream. And from that, there's a pulse of about 10 feet of space that goes boom, and around her seems to explode with radiant energy as well, as if what she had just hit backslashed into her. But she will turn her glaive around and try to hit it with the bonus action Polearm Master attack for a 17.
That will miss.
Alrighty. And that's the end of Naomi's turn.
Okay, I need everybody on the train to make me a dexterity 15 saving throw, please. As you see that, as Naomi slashing down into Valgrimal, as he catches himself and reaches down, he almost pulsates through the train and it shakes, trying to throw you off balance. You can make a dex save for the Barb Devil as well. And then
do you round up or round down for damage?
I like to go up.
Okay.
Cool. So far, all of you have failed your dex save. You all failed, so you're all knocked prone. Just as he kind of shakes the train, it kind of throws all of you off of you, including the Barb Devil. You are all just knocked prone. So, but it is the Barb Devil's turn.
You got control over him. That's how this works.
You have to give him a command though.
I mean, did I technically give him a command at the beginning when I said, "Hey, kill this dude with us"?
On each of your turns, you have to issue the command.
Would that not count as my turn?
Sure.
That was
You get to roll the attack for it though.
Oh, okay. I've never used this before. Well, he has multi-attack,
Okay.
so we'll do his tail first.
Okay. He's technically at advantage. Well, he can't get flanking advantage because his range is 5 feet. Naomi's is 10 to get flanking, so he can't get flanking. But 17 misses.
And then he has
No.
2 claws.
That misses. That does not miss. So, okay, cool.
Barb Devil, alright.
All right. And then go ahead and make a charisma check. I think, right, to see how long if it stays under your control. Or is that? Let's see.
I may or may not did not fully read the spell.
Yeah. Which point it returns to you, having reported doing so. If your concentration ends, the devil doesn't disappear as immune. Oh, okay. So basically, every time you give it a command, it has a wisdom check against your charisma check, and then whoever gets higher gets to determine what happens. So, but he was prone, so I'm assuming he stood up. Ballista, you are prone, and it is your turn.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna stand. I don't like being prone, that's kind of unfun.
Mhm.
And I, let's see. I'm gonna try and chill touch him.
Okay. What is the range of chill touch? It's like 120 feet, right? Yeah.
I assume
15.
he misses, though.
Yeah, 15 misses.
And I'm just
80,
gonna
Okay.
back up 1.
Okay. Do you want to give a command to your Barb Devil?
Yes, I want to continue the command of kill this bastard.
Okay. So. Alright, cool. So you don't actually have to make the check because according to the way it's written, if that would lead you towards. We're gonna say this round, it doesn't feel like you killing this thing is a good thing. It feels like it leads you towards evil because it just came out after your conversation. So the Barb Devil has no knowledge of why it came. Alright. It is this thing's turn. Okay. You're within 10 feet of it, it's 10 feet. Okay, so I need those of you that are immediately surrounding it, meaning Naomi and the Barb Devil. Yeah, so everything within that right there to the back. You guys need to make me a saving throw of DC 18 strength, please.
You have a +6, sir.
pure strength.
It's just for those two.
Natural 20.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Naomi.
So, Naomi, you only take half damage, but you suffer no other effect.
Oh, whoa, hold on, sorry. This is a magical effect, right?
Yes,
Alright, this boy has advantage.
he still fails.
Yeah.
But so until the next turn, he cannot take any reactions, and he takes that much necrotic damage.
Got it.
As a bonus action, we're gonna say, because I like the flavor of you being able to telepathically communicate with your Barb Devil, that you hear another voice intruding in the Barb Devil's mind with you, also speaking Infernal in the tone of Valgrimal. He's gonna say, "Are you sure you want to fight with them, and not with me? I can give you all the power that you would like. Join me. Join forces with me. I'm much more powerful than them. We'll keep you alive. I won't kill you. Keep you here. I'll feed you, I'll give you all the souls you could ever want." And to see how this plays forward, I would like to do contested persuasion checks with you with this guy.
Oh boy.
For the devil.
Well, I'm gonna lose my devil. Oh my god.
How do you combat this persuasion inside of this devil's head?
I don't know. I was not expecting that.
You are mine. You will listen to me. There.
Wow. Oh god.
It's an Infernal, so you heard it in Infernal.
That's a 29.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Devils. Oh boy. I will just combat this. Oh god. I can't even think with the accent right now.
That's okay.
I'm
That's
just
all right.
going to tell him, I'm just going to combat this by saying that the Lord of Stygia controls a whole layer of the 9 hells. This low-tier, demonic fool of a creature can grant you no such power. You join us, you kill him, and the Lord will grant you power.
As you say this and you say that he is tier, he, even though he introduced himself as one of the lower tier, his head snaps to you, his eyes, you see this burning fire literally explode from his eyes. He goes, and just like snarls your way. Pax.
Okay. Is by chance he wearing metal armor?
He, make me a quick perception check.
Let's hope he's doing some metal stuff. Oops, come on. Please click. There we go. Oof.
You can't tell. So, looking at him, everything that has sprouted up around him, these arms, like these black inky tendrils that have grabbed on, almost latching on to Naomi, but latching on to the devil. So, with the way that the tendrils are set up and the deep red black lighting that's happening out here, and the fact that you're moving, you can't quite tell if he's got metal on or not. You're not 100% sure.
Got it. Okay. Am I right in the art that he seems to... No, he's not holding a staff. We can't see his hands. Never mind. Is it obvious he's got anything in his hands, for example?
It seems that when the things that you know he has for sure on him are like his jacket and his clothes. He has that big tome, his glasses, and when he casts his spell, he seemed to almost just weave his hands together, and you saw that both of his forearms kind of glowed, almost like he was using words on him, casting focus.
So he's casting some magic as well.
Correct.
Well then, let's just... one or two. Yeah, that's more fun. Are there enough small, and by small I mean tiny, objects to do a good animate object and have a nice set of, I think it's 20 tiny things that can fling at him? I want to throw cutlery at him.
I think you can have 10. You can always throw coins out of your purse, out of your
Oh, that's
bag.
true. That's right. They do 1d4 plus 4 damage if they're tiny. Let me just look at how many tinies I get. Yeah, I'll do coins, because why not? That's fun.
You're casting the spell?
Yeah, since he's such a sort of literal and business-oriented person, I appreciate. I'm gonna have some enjoyable irony at throwing money at him, a similarly meaningless representation of material gain. So let's cast.
as you
There
start
we
to cast
go.
the spell, you see that his eye kind of flicks up at you for a second,
Mhm.
and you see that the magic that you're starting to cast is starting to fight back at you. And he's gonna. I'm gonna roll, and we gotta beat a 15. You hear no words, you see no emotions. He just looks up at you, and kind of his eyes flicker for a quick second. And I'm gonna roll this right here. It's just a straight +5. See if it is successful. A 16. As you go to animate these coins that you throw out, they're starting to come alive, and you recognize that your magic has been undone. It's almost like the weave was taken over for a split second, and your spell falls apart. He countered your spell.
I don't think I have counterspell to counter his counterspell, if that's even a thing. No, I don't.
So, because of the way he cast it, I will tell you, you cannot counter it because his subtle spell countered you.
Gotcha. Well, hey, at least I'm burning his spell slots.
Rude. Very rude.
Indeed.
I will bonus action inspire Naomi and say, watch out, he is a trickster in more ways than one. And that's my turn.
And Bea.
I'm prone, right?
Correct.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
Okay.
stand up. Sorry, I stand
No,
up.
you're fine. You're fine.
So
Perfect.
I'm going to, Anthea's gonna stand up using her quarterstaff, kind of leaning on it, and as she does, she's going to shillelagh it just to get it ready, because we're gonna
Ready for the bomb.
whack some people. So it starts to become imbued with nature magic and looks very cool as she adjusts her hat and stands up. And then she's going to have to play that. Hopefully this gets terrified.
DC 16 Constitution saving throw. Ooh, insect plague. That's gross. Okay. Let me
I'll put this in here just so
con save.
I don't miss
Okay.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
he can't do anything about the spell, so here we.
good.
Did roll an 18 though.
Okay.
And so you should. I don't know if you have a token in your spell book for it. I don't know if it stays or. Yeah, so you just cast the spell, and so we'll just say that he'll just use that since he starts his turn there.
Yeah, and it is a sphere, so I'm going to try to position it so it doesn't get Naomi.
Okay. You have that token in your journal too for insect
Oh,
plague.
do I?
Yeah, you can drag it right onto the map, and you got yourself a big sphere of bugs. There you go. I'm gonna get rid of his token just because it's only gonna affect the Barb Devil at this point, and it's just a reaction. So
I can't really position it out of him, I guess. Does that
you
work?
can. I mean, you can do it that way, I guess.
You
Let's
go,
see.
Go
You can
over
get
a
it.
little bit to the right.
Yeah, let's. I want to try to avoid
There.
everyone except him. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
And you just have this floating insect plague, just. Ugh.
Ew, trying to get at him. Okay. And I think that's all I can do on my turn, but I am standing.
Okay. Naomi, you're on your butt right now because you got knocked prone from the train.
She did, and in a graceful but definitely practiced move, because she's doing it in plate armor. She basically like flips herself back up onto her feet with half of her movement, and as she does, the aura around her, the 10-foot aura around her, pulsates, and her hair starts to float, and from behind her there's like a very soft shimmer. It's really hard to make out what it is. She holds up her blade and just slowly starts to spin it, and as she does, it starts to look like it's almost dripping with radiant energy, and as a bonus action, I'm going to cast a spiritual shroud
Ooh.
onto my blade.
Okay.
So that is concentration. So let me put. I need to put a yellow dot on myself. Yellow dot. There we go. Yellow dot. So Until the end of the spells, any attack that you deals an extra d8 of damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. Ta-da! It'll be radiant energy. In addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. So his speed is automatically reduced by 10 feet. And I will take my 2 glaive attacks at advantage because the thing is still friendly. First attack is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So 15 plus the 9 from the radiant damage as it's activated. And again, as she hits him with it, it sparks back against her onto her glaive, and she doesn't let go, and she takes 5 radiant damage, but it doesn't seem to hurt her as bad as you'd think. And second attack, 17 to hit.
It does.
Awesome.
Nothing he can do about it because he counterspelled something else.
So that's 11 points of slashing damage and 2 points of radiant damage.
Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
All right. DC or initiative 20. I need everybody to make a dex saving throw again as the train just starts slamming back and forth.
Damn it!
Much harder than last time. You're prone again. You're prone. After
Was it-
fallen
it's a dex
prone.
save, right?
Yeah, 15.
I just live on the floor now.
I just go on those
we
things.
We all live
I have
on
a
the
nap
floor.
I
nap
sleep
it.
now.
I nap here now. 17. Hey, look, the Barb Devil
Hey,
passed.
the Barb Devil did it.
That's great.
Oh,
All right.
come on.
Hold on. I have to check something. Hold on. Hold, please.
You have a 10-foot thing, right? 10-foot radius.
I don't know if it's. Is it 10?
It's 10 feet until like level 15, then it's like 30 feet.
Okay, so yeah, Pax
Yep.
out of that.
Cool. So you all, except the Barb Devil, are prone. So, you told it to try and fight. It's gonna keep trying to fight.
Cool.
It just gets straight attacks.
Tail.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Claw. Oh my god.
Yes.
15, 22, 26. Just standard old damage, huh?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't say if it's attacks or magical.
All right.
Weird. It's a devil.
Mm-hmm. Is that your turn? His turn?
That will be.
Okay. It is your turn. You are currently
Hey!
laying down prone.
I'm gonna stand.
Bam.
I like standing. I am going to attempt a frostbite.
Okay, DC 17, Constitution save and throw.
Constant McDonald's tuition.
Only it fails.
Fails.
11 cold, and he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll he makes before the end of its next turn.
Alright, and that actually changed what he was gonna do. So,
That's my turn.
alright, so, because I already rolled the dice when you first cast it, since he's gonna start his turn there, we'll take the 18, and I'll still take all that damage for half of it. But your thing is still there. You still have the bug. So, okay. So, 11 damage. It's just bug damage, right? Yeah, just
piercing, yeah.
just bug damage. Okay,
Bugs.
just biggity bugs. All right. Well, now he's getting hit with all kinds of stuff. Okay.
So it's difficult terrain, I think, if he's like trying to move through it or anything.
Okay. So he has a total of like 10 feet of movement at this point. Perfect. Perfect. Luckily he can fly, so there's that.
Oh shoot.
Is Arms of Dar a constant thing or whatever it was?
I
growth
think
like
it's just a one thing. I just forgot to take it away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a one thing. It's just a one-time thing. They can lose their reaction and take some damage.
Alright, so
So-
Boyo can take reactions.
Yeah, he can now, yes.
Alright.
It was until the caster's next turn. Okay, so he is gonna move the little bit here. Actually, let me check. What's the range around this room? It is. Okay, cool. So he's gonna step towards you, Naomi, and then just look and go, if only you would have made the deal. It would have been way better for you. I'm not sorry. And you see that he reaches out to touch your glaive, and it's almost like your glaive starts shaking. As it starts just pulsating and pulsating and pulsating, you see that it gets really, really, really cold, and it starts encasing itself in ice. And you hear, it's almost like you're in the middle of a thunderous snowstorm, as it gets icy cold, and he thunder steps directly up 40 feet, transmuting the damage from thunder into frost. So he's gonna move up here.
Do I
He
get
said he
an
lost
attack of opportunity with that?
It is a teleportation move, so no. It's 20 feet gone, half movement left, would have been 60. So he can only go 20 feet up. Cool. So you get a DC con save though.
They do get a con save.
And he is going to go ahead and burn
Oh, so
another
close.
sorcery point and empower his attack. So whatever this is what the damage will be. Damn, it's less damage. Risky.
Cool. I'll
Didn't
take
pay
that.
off. So yeah, you take 7 frost damage as he teleports himself 20 feet up in the air, out of your bugs, and he's floating, and you see on his feet little wings on his boots.
Bitch.
That's how he was flying before. Pax, it's your turn.
Okie doke. Let's see, no one's really in earshot. Well, let's stand up.
Oh, you need to make a con save too for your spirit shroud.
Oh, yes.
For your 7 damage. You fail.
Damn it.
So you are no longer spirit shroud. All your radiant spirits just
Wait.
flitter away.
Don't forget your bardic inspiration. I don't know if that would
yeah.
make a difference.
Yeah, I'm totally using that right now. That's a D8
You'll pass.
or D10?
You'll pass. You need 1 to pass. You'll
Oh, yeah,
pass.
that's okay. Okay.
So you need 10 or half.
Give me my
Yeah.
yellow circle back. Haha.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Pax, it's your turn.
Awesome. Let's see. So I stand up with half my movement. How much movement do I have left? What is my speed? Doop-de-doo. My spell description is blocking my speed.
It will be 15 feet. probably.
35. Okay, so I have
Oh, 35. You
15
got it.
left.
Cool.
So I'm gonna move 1, 2. Our diagonal is 1 or 2 squares for you.
They're just 1.
Move here, so close enough to not whisper, but like say to Naomi, not super loudly. So plan is just to burn his spell stuff as much as possible. So I'm gonna dispel magic and silence him as much as I can, and stay out of the way. Let's just drain him, okay?
Okay.
So he is flying, but with boots, so dispel magic might not be that big with that. So let's just silence. Let's just annoy him with some silence again and again and again.
Okay.
Such a fast talker, but how can you do when there's no sound?
All right. Center of point you choose. Inside is immune to thunder damage and creature stuff and casting spells includes. Okay. So I think you have a silence token in your journal.
Oh,
Let's
that's what I
drag
do.
onto the map. Yep.
The drag, she's not working.
Oh, I'll drag it out for you. I don't know
Thank
why
you.
it's not. Boop-a-doop.
Yeah, it just selects instead of dragging. It just selects everything on
Yeah.
my menu.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Bam!
Yay.
I'm guessing you want it right there.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful.
And it's a sphere, so it goes like if you're centering it on. I think you have to center on a space. I don't think you can center on
Yeah.
like him.
I'll
So
center it on the space that he is at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a whole big sphere of this like sparkly silence. Alright, anything else on your turn?
No. Oh, there's no saving throw. It just happens.
It just happened, yeah.
Great. Then I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration. Probably Naomi, so she's at the front again, since Ballista and Thea are at the back. So I'll say, we got this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Have a D8.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
My math is correct. I should be able to reach him still.
We're not going to
I
use
wanna-
trigonometry in this class, so...
Okay, I did use a anyway. So he's 20 feet up, but like 85 feet away. I'm gonna try to do a confusion on him if I can. It has a range of 90 feet, so I should be able to plop it down.
So it's DC 16 Wisdom save.
Yeah. Up to a minute. So I'll plop down the orb if that's okay to represent it.
17.
Passes.
So 17 fails, unfortunately, which means you also lose your bugs.
Oh, that bugs.
And then the confusion does not hold.
Okay.
He passes the
does it-
save.
So it doesn't
Oh,
stay.
so at a point you
Mhm.
choose when you cast the spell or be affected by it. So it does not affect him because he passed
Okay.
the save as you cast. So I'm just gonna move this over here. Just
So it's a bye-bye. Thank
yep.
you.
So that one fails and your bugs fall away because you tried to replace a con with a con. So
Yes, I did.
yes, you did. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
I think that's all I can do aside from Naomi. I think I can do a bonus action. Can't. Never mind. That's it.
Okay. Naomi.
Okay, Naomi's gonna get up because that fun thing happened
Oh wait,
again.
sorry, I stand up.
What are you gonna do?
She's gonna move here, just one spot over. Trying. Her body is still vibrating with this energy she's never experienced before, and she doesn't want to get too close to Pax so he doesn't get hurt. But she's gonna stare up at him, and as a bonus action, she's going to point a finger, and then do kind of like the come here motion, and do the Champion's Challenge as her channel divinity. Which all you have to do is be able to see; they don't have to be able to hear you.
And they have to do a wisdom save?
Yes. Wisdom saving throw DC 15, please.
Okay. They're going to, as you see that them kind of start like twitching, almost like they want to, they're trying to avoid it. They are going to use a luck point to try and save themselves.
Yep.
They are going to spend a sorcery point and try and use magical guidance to try and beat it.
Oh, Michael, your camera.
Hi, Michael. We see face.
We see
Yes!
living room. Whatever.
Wow.
You are
3
fighting me.
rolls and he
This is what's
couldn't
happening.
do it. Okay. Alright, and he immediately has to move towards you.
On a failed save, the creature cannot willingly move more than 30
well
feet
done,
away from
Naomi.
you.
Okay.
This effect ends if the creature's in. So essentially, he can't move more than 30 feet away from me. He has to
Okay.
stay within me. He has to stay
Cool,
near
cool.
me. And this
Cool,
is.
cool.
I don't think they get to remake the save when it's a channel divinity.
You know, I don't know.
Depends on the creature if you're incapacitated or die, or if the creature is more than 30 feet away.
Yep.
Yeah, so
you're
he
good.
can't willingly
It
move
holds.
30 feet away, but if I move more than 30 feet away, then it's an issue.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Cool. Alright. Is that your turn?
No, that is a bonus action to do that.
Oh,
so I
boo!
I love paladins.
can't.
Also, you can. Oh, that's the other one where you can bolster, or is that all the same? Turn the Tide is the other channel divinity you have, right?
That is the other one that I have, but it wouldn't go into effect.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, I can't believe that. 4, 5, 10. Jesus. You know
I
what though?
know.
I'd rather fail that every single day of the week than freaking confusion. I'll take that. Give me the channel divinity failure. I hate confusion. Anyway. Continue.
oh man, I can't reach it. It's too far away. I don't even think I could justify that with a jump. 'Cause she's like just math. I have a 10-foot reach. She's 5'11", and I have a strength score of 15. Can I jump and nick him? I don't know. I legitimately don't know if that's possible.
He's 20 feet away. You can reach up, without a running start, you can reach up and grab something 11 feet off the ground. I'm gonna say you can reach up, if you pass a DC 13 athletics check, we'll say you can stab him one time. Because you're not gonna have enough momentum to like get 2 stabs, but you can try and stab once as you basically jump up and try and like stab. There you go, you passed it. So you can try and attack him with 1 stab.
Okay, perfect. I stab him.
Which is better than no stabs. Okay, so
Okay.
7.
Plus 9 radiant damage, and then the shroud.
The shroud's gone. Remember you. No,
No,
you
it's
kept it
not.
right. It's the safe. That's right.
Yeah.
That is right.
So 11 necrotic damage and 7 slashing damage for a total of 16 damage. Unless
What is the range on the creatures that are affected by your
10
shroud?
foot.
10 foot? Just because I want to see. I don't think any of them are close enough to you.
No, I purposely positioned myself so that they would not get hurt.
Sounds good to me. Cool. All right.
And then,
Everybody. Are you
and,
hurt? Sorry.
And then she gets knocked back with some radiant damage as she makes contact with him.
That's good. Everybody make me a DC 15 dex save or get knocked prone.
Boy,
Yes,
welcome to the
finally!
Earth, guys.
Oh damn it! I was in the air when it shook. It's fine.
If you land with the crap. Make one for the Barb Devil. Barb Devil was prone. Not that it really matters.
No.
And then Pax, go ahead and make me one as well. Alright. 10. Pax, you are also prone. Barb Devil prone, I assume stands up.
That
but
would be
this-
correct.
This thing's also 20 feet above the Barb Devil right now in the air.
Hey, you want to know something about that?
Can they fly?
No, but they're gonna produce 2 flames in each hand and hurl some flames.
Oh, alright.
Whoa.
That misses. That does not miss. That hits. You
'Cause
see
they
that the
can do
fire.
this.
You see that the fire doesn't seem to do as much damage as you once thought it should do.
Right, and that's gonna be his turn. Because those are his 2 attacks.
Okay. Man. Alright, so he has to come down to you, but because of the way that the silence was placed, if he goes down to you, he'll theoretically, I think, be out of silence. And 10 feet less movement. He can't even. Oh, he's got 60 feet for flying. Ugh. Goodness. 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 Man. When you hit a spellcaster with silence, you have a bad time.
I don't know what
Regret
you're talking
nothing.
We're having a good time.
And depending on whose side you're on.
Hey, listen, you didn't get confused, alright?
Yeah, you're lucky.
You are
Use
right.
and silence.
Hey, Jesus, I don't even know what I can do
Beautiful.
right now. I gotta rethink my whole plan of everything. That's. Give me like a minute here. I gotta figure out what I'm doing.
Oh, this is great, guys. We're having a good time here on this evil train.
Poor Alex.
I interrupted his train of thought.
Ha, you did. You did.
Derailed his plans.
All right. Does this need verbal? No, it doesn't need verbal. Great. Here's what's happening. Dude's flying down onto Naomi. Here's what's happening. Dude's flying onto Naomi. He scoots down, doesn't care. You see that he unleashes his 2 claws. His hands, his nails extend to look like blades. And he is going to go ahead and bam, booming blade. Oh, that didn't hit. Hold on. I gotta roll the attack to hit. It is. Where's my claw attack? Here's my demon claw attack. A 19 to hit. Does that hit?
That hits. That is my AC.
Cool. So you take 20 damage off the cuff. And if you move away, you take 17 more. So there's that. Just. You get hit with this thunderous slash right across the right across the chest. And then
Is there like a legendary action?
no, that's just his attack. It's just his demon claw attack. It's a melee attack. That's all. And as part
But
as
I'm
part of
before-
oh, your turn. Shit, I forgot. Well, that's what he's gonna do in his turn. I forgot it was your turn. It's your turn. Go.
I was
I forgot.
I was like, huh?
I forgot. It's your turn. But yeah, so that will be his turn. That's where if you shoot him, he's still up here.
Okay.
But I'll
I'm
put him
gonna
up there. But that's
I'm
what's
gonna
gonna.
stand.
Okay. But that's what's gonna happen. So when it's my turn, he'll go
Stand.
that.
I'm gonna just want
See?
to see something. I just need to review my stuff and things.
Silence. The worst.
Okay. So
Fine.
I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna walk here.
Mhm.
And yes, silenced your brain for a bit there, my friend.
100% it did. It's okay.
I'm gonna try and hit him with a chill touch.
A chill touch.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Touch it.
Okay. 19 to hit. Will hit.
And that's 12 necrotic damage, and he can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okie dokie.
And that's
Alright. Cool. So he comes down here where he was, hits Naomi with that demon claw for 20 thunder damage, and if you move, 15 thunder, 5 slashing. If you move, he gets 17 more thunder. And that's his turn. Because I forgot where I was in order. Pax, it's your turn. And we'll say because he's large, he's at like the bottom of the. Basically, the silence is just on his face point because of where it was cast. So.
Okay. Can I perception check again to see if I get a better bead on how metal he is or isn't? Now I've been watching
Well,
for a little while.
he is not shredding a guitar, but yes, you can check if he's metal.
Are you metal? Oh no, you're probably. Let's find out. Ooh.
He seems to be wearing leather armor that has studs in it.
That's heat metal on those studs, baby.
Hashtag stud life.
Is the upcast worth it? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I have. Yeah, I've got enough fourth level, so let's upcast it to 4.
You see as the studs start to glow on their chest. Fun fact, one of the only spells that I have on my whole spell list that can do anything that is not a verbal component, because it's only somatic, is counterspell. He's going to try and counterspell your spell at 3rd level.
That's funny.
So I'm
Burn
going to...
yourself up, bitch.
I learned that
That's
the
fine.
hard way. Yeah.
You seriously
Bam.
killed this man with silence.
Yes, you did. But he rolls a 19, so the spell fails. But yeah,
Mhm.
there are certain spells that my brain just doesn't know how to react to, and silence is apparently one of them. Anyway.
Grin widely, and then wait. I guess I stand up, and then take my 3
Yeah.
squares. 1, 2, 3. And I guess keep Bardic Inspiration Naomi because she's the one that I think that needs it because she's up there in the front, and I'll be like, "Hey,
I haven't used my
drive
last one.
those." Oh, you haven't used the last one. Okay.
Actually,
Then-
hold on. I have to roll for my Constitution saving throw. So is it? Do I have to beat a 20? So I took 20 points of damage.
It's half or 10, which is still 10. So 10.
Okay, I still have my Bardic Inspiration. So hang on,
Cool.
hang on to your Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Then I will throw it towards Ballista to hopefully keep Demon Friend around a little longer.
All right. Anthea.
Ballista, I'm glad we trusted you. You are a good team member. See, team is good. See, no conflict.
Everybody get along. So I can move now because I wasn't prone this time.
That is
so I
true.
Move to there. That's 30 feet. And then I would like to. I'm going to upcast Healing Spirit, so it's at 4th level.
Boom, boom, boom.
And I'm
Oh, you're gonna heal
swap
my
it-
boss? So happy.
No, you're funny. So I don't know if it automatically rolls. Yeah, that would be right. Just really bad rolls, I guess. Because it's a D6 and then a D6 for each level above second. Okay, so we just use Gleba token for that, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna plop. Oops. Wow, I'm clicking all the wrong things. Here is the glebes.
Hashtag glebe.
And it is a
The 5 foot little radius, right?
Yeah, 5 foot cube.
5 foot cube. Okay.
Cube.
Bam.
And
it's a
okay,
con
so
spell,
that
I
is
think,
a
right?
bonus action.
That's concentration, right?
It is, yeah.
Cool.
It lasts up to a minute, I think.
Cool.
Okay.
And you get so many uses of it, I think, right?
Yeah. I
It's
think
your
it
wisdom
wears
modifier. What's your modifier? 4? 5?
4.
4?
That
Okay.
would make sense, right? Oh, it's wisdom plus 1, I think, though. 'Cause
Oh
I
yeah, so
remember
5.
5
Yeah.
before.
Because you get minimum 1.
Yeah,
There you go.
okay. Perfect. Okay, and then sorry, my brain. Not
Welcome to
functioning.
brain life.
Welcome to whatever this
Don't
is.
allow your brain to be silenced.
I guess I could.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I'll do for now. Yep, that's
Oh,
good.
hey. Naomi.
Oh, I want Naomi to be in the Gleba. Can I just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
Like,
that.
did I put him in the wrong spot? Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't paying
See
attention.
this
Yep, that's
spectral
your turn.
toad just like ribbida, hopping on the train.
So I will take that 6 healing
Yep.
that was given out. Boop. And as this guy got closer to me, I smirk. And I'm gonna take 2 attacks at advantage against him, because this is fun. First attack is 24.
Yeah.
And he takes. Give me. Smack it. And then plus the 9 from the energy that she's exuding through her blade, it will come back and hit her for 3. But because he is in her 10-foot space, he also takes 5 additional radiant damage.
Spooky.
So 14, 15, 16, so 16 radiant damage, and max on my glaive. So 29 points of total damage from that attack. I only get to use the radiant energy knockback only comes once. So, but I think, yeah, so any attack, so second attack will deal the radiant shroud damage as well. Yep. 16.
Just hits.
Wow, okay. Oh, I'm excited.
Get him, Naomi.
Yeah. 1. That's fine. That's okay. And then she spins the glaive around and hits him with the back of it for 13. But before you say, boop, 16.
He's gonna spend a luck dice to make you re-roll the 20. Hope you miss. It's the worst way to use luck dice.
Inspiration.
Better.
Yeah, it's still gonna hit for 3. Man. Oh well, it's fine.
Plus 2 radiant damage. And you know what? Because I am that person. You know what I'm gonna do?
Probably dump a smite in there.
Level 2 divine smite.
Sure.
2? Why not more?
Yeah.
Because I only have 1 level 3 and I want to use it on a crit. If I crit.
There you go.
Yeah, fair.
So
He is not
7.
undead. Yep, he's not
And-
undead though.
Oh.
So 8 additional
Oh.
points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Paladin.
Go. Oh, wait, there we go.
Everybody, make me a DC 15 dex save or get knocked prone.
Total of 20.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
One of these days I'll stay standing.
Oh,
Hey.
Pat.
Yeah, there you go.
What about your
That
Bob
sounds
Devil?
like-
Nope.
Awesome satyr
Your Barb
Sound like
Devil.
a cheat.
Your Barb Devil also falls.
Not that it matters.
Yeah, it's up next. Alright, it's its turn.
Is he in the air? Is that what the 2 is?
Oh
Was
no,
it-
he's on the ground. I meant to take that up.
Okay. Does Barb Devil get advantage?
He's in the flanking, so yeah.
Okay. I'm a little disappointed this guy doesn't want to actively grapple the Barb Devil, but whatever.
It's got
We just
barbs,
want to be
man.
twins.
So tail,
That hits.
and then claw.
Miss.
Fair.
Okay. I will tell you, he is looking bad.
Hey.
Melissa, it is your turn, in fact.
Hey, I'm gonna stand.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a single step forward. Just a single step.
Okay.
I'm going to frostbite him.
Okay. He's 17
Or
constitution.
attempt to frostbite him. Damn. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. He's looking not good. You can see he's got a lot of concern on his face. Okay. So, I need all of you in... Hold on. Let me get what I need here.
You got what I need.
Alright, so firstly, he's going to move a little bit so that he can hear himself yelling and screaming. Because he still is yelling but can't hear his voice. So he's going to move still just here until he can start hearing himself yell. Okay. And I need... Well, there's only 2 of you here. I need both of you. That is both Pax...
Jesus!
Right. That is Pax and Naomi. I need you to make me dexterity saving throws DC 18.
Now's when I wanted that 20 I just rolled a minute ago.
You're
Fred,
welcome. You got
again.
it.
Thank you, Dice Gods. I love you. I will buy more dice and support local creators.
Okay. So, I need you now for me, Naomi. I'm gonna roll a d8 and this is gonna determine what's gonna happen, right?
Okay.
A 5. That's not that bad. Okay. So, I'm gonna just roll a spell out there and you'll see what it is. I think you have an idea of what it is, but this is... It is.
This is on the thing.
So, it does sound like there you go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, he, not liking the fact that it's not as strong as it could be, is going to empower it and re-roll 5 of those dice, but he's got to take whatever they are. So I'm going to eliminate 2 3s, 2 1s, and just 2 3s and 2 1s. So he's going to re-roll 4 of them, because he can do up to 4. So it's going to be 4 d6s coming out of here. Bam. So 15 plus... Hold on, I got to do math. 3, 6, 7, 8 would be take that to 28. So then add 15 to 28 is 33. 43 cold damage to you, Naomi, and
this is cold, not necrotic.
it is cold damage because we rolled a
Hey,
5.
And you said
May I-
43.
Well, hold on.
43.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Because I'm going to be a nice person.
Mhm.
I'm going to, if I read this right.
Are you within the allotted?
I am. I specifically moved.
Okay.
I am going to, with my frosted arm, I am going to use the power of my frosted vambraces of the long night on Naomi to
And
reduce 40
release.
points of that damage.
As you see that this cone, like it blows, you kind of move out the way, Pax, and it just avoids you entirely. You kind of hit the deck, and you see that Naomi is encased in ice from just the prismatic spray immediately blasting in her face. But as the spell passes and you look up, the ice has melted, and you only take a total of 3 damage, Naomi. 40 of
Nice.
that cold damage has been negated from Ballista. That's his turn. Yes. Pax, it's now your turn.
I'll say, whew, good thing the train taught me how to pratfall. I've been falling all the way.
Yes.
So Naomi still has been hurt quite a bit, I assume, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so let's bonus action heat metal to hurt him some more. Oh, wait, no, he counterspelled that, didn't he?
He did, yes.
Anthea's next. Anthea has...
It's not resistance or an AC boost. The AC is and resistance are a continuous thing for Philista, but you get the 60 points of immediate reduction.
Oh,
So-
gotcha. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Let's just try and burn more of his spell slots. Let's do a level 3 heat metal. La la la.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat your spell slots like you eat the dreams of children, because you're a jerk. And not very smart.
Get him.
He's gonna just counterspell it again, he's not trying to be warm.
Cool.
So
So question, GM, since it was counterspell, does that mean I did not cast a spell this turn?
no, it means you cast the spell because you have to complete the spell as they counter
Okay.
it.
So I can't healing word, for example, because that would be a second
Correct.
spell.
Correct.
Okie doke. Then I will. Does Bardic Inspiration work on healing? No, it does not. It's only on D20s, basically, right?
Correct. Yours do different things because
Oh, that's
of the
right, I forgot.
inspiration part. Yeah, they do something. I don't remember all of what yours do, but
Yeah.
they do something.
Kenzie, when you spend it, I forgot you get extra stuff. So I will remember to remind you guys next. I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Anthea since she hasn't had it yet. Woo, Anthea!
All
Try to
of you
help
have
Naomi.
inspo. All right. Anthea.
Great. Well, Gleba is gonna do his healing, which is 3d6. So I'll just roll that on my turn. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Since we'll
Nice.
time. That's my bonus action, I think, to make it do its healy thing. So I still have an action. In which case, what can I do to be helpful? Oh my goodness. Not a lot is the short answer. Yeah, nothing that's not gonna break concentration. Okay, I guess we'll just... So I still have an action. I could try this. Can I try to blind him with this?
Blindness, deafness.
Yep.
So. Okay.
Oh wow! If he
Jesus.
fails,
That one's also a fun one that gets
if
underutilized.
he
Poor
fails,
Alex.
aw.
Ah, he's very good at passing those. Okay.
Don't
so it
don't
doesn't
feel
work.
bad for me, guys. Don't feel bad for me. I don't feel bad for me, and I am me.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that you got Alex to literally buffer because he had to figure out what he had to do.
I was like,
Yeah.
broken brain. Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know it.
And
Your
then
brain
loading.
literally got silenced.
Loading.
It did. This
And
is.
then I can move up by packs with my movement, and I think that's all I can do. Yep.
It does. Just so you know, it does not take a bonus action to heal with the spirit action. With the
It
spirit.
doesn't?
Nope. It says until the spell ends, whenever you creature you
Oh.
can see moves into the spirit for the first time on a turn or starts there, you can just restore hit points. It takes no action to you can just do it.
Oh, sweet.
On your turn though, you can use a bonus action to move it, like spiritual weapon, just like 30 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's still all I can do anyway.
And you can
That's fine.
heal her again right now if you want. She's starting her turn there. So
Oh, sweet, yeah. Okay.
this will be the
I
third
had
use
that-
of
I
that.
had that
So,
13.
so yeah. So you have 23.
And a 10.
Total. So you
So
have
It has 2 more charges.
yep, 2 more charges. Yep. Cool. Naomi, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Let's see. Mark that off real fast. Yeah, we're gonna hit with the old tried and true.
I like it.
23.
Yeah, that is.
What? You said not
What
to
a
feel
heavy
bad for you. I mean, hit us with that?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of exhaling as it came out, so,
That was
it
not
just-
meant to be an exasperated sigh.
No, it was not. It just was coming out by 14.
So 14, so 17 points of radiant damage and 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so 17 total? 28 total?
28 total.
28 total.
Mhm.
Uchi.
And then she gets knockback of 3. And then 21.
Yep, it's still gonna hit. I was like, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna work.
13 slashing damage. And 7 points of radiant damage. And then we'll drop a level 2 divine smite on that too. For an additional 15 points of damage. Is he still standing?
So 20, 29, 35, plus more. All right. So as you go to hit him and knock him out of the way, you get this immediate rebuke as you see this creature going for their death. You get hit with a hellish rebuke. 18 dex save, please. You're gonna kill him too. As he's dying, you see that his body explodes in these green-black necrotic flame, and you get hit with 9 of them as this body falls.
Can I
and
add
start.
additional flavor to that?
Yeah.
As the necrotic energy hits her, since she made the save shield, she would take 9 necrotic damage, but the sparkling that had been happening behind her as she was just exuberating this pulse of radiant energy explodes, and it's a big expansion of sparkling, radiant, but almost see-through like wings, and they shroud in front of her and wrap around her, knocking that damage down to half before expanding apart and exploding and dissipating around her. So she only takes 5.
As this occurs and you go to cut down this body and it falls to the ground dead, you see that the train, like with the blood, just absorbs it and sucks it down below. And you see a couple of things happen. The trains that you're on start to disappear and start to form something else as the train starts to roll and crash, and you guys all effectively just end up on the ground. No damage, but you're down here because you were up. Oh no, get back. You guys end up down on the ground, but as you see the train starting to change shape, you see that the cars that you were on the musculature expands out of the metal and the rivet. You see and you hear as the heartbeat of this train gets louder and louder, and the cars almost turn into limb, and the head of the car, the very front of the train, seems to transform, and you hear this deathly, unearthly just scream as the headlights of the train open, and teeth appear, skulls appear, eyes appear, and the train itself comes to life. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back.
Holy crap! Alright.
My god.
So be back on the 15 mark?
Yeah, that's fine.
I might be a little later than that, but yes, ballpark.
That's fine. Cool.
Alrighty, ballpark, 10-minute break. Holy crap. Oh my god.
Good god.
All right, so the creature has turned into a train monster, and the train is alive. I'm gonna roll initiative on them real quick, just so we have that in play. Well, so they're gonna just. What is your dex bonus, Ballista?
It's a +1, so I assume train goes first.
It does go first, and I will tell you are correct in your assessment of what this train is. And I will tell you the screech that you heard, mechanically,
It's rage.
it was its rage.
Rage. Oh no.
Oh, and it wasn't just a regular rage either.
It was a frenzied rage. Oh, no.
Yep, it is.
Oh my god, he's a berserker. The train's a berserker!
All right, it's
Hey,
you still have
he
bonus
doesn't
action.
get that third attack until his next turn.
He's a train. It's okay. It's your turn, Naomi.
Okay, I have, I used my 2 attacks, I have my bonus action left. Sorry, Kenzie's panicking, Naomi is not. Naomi just slowly, as they land on the ground, the translucent, golden radiant wings that were wrapped around her kind of give her a small squeeze, and as my bonus action, because we had talked about this before and it was decided when we first started playing, it's gonna be a bonus action lay on hands to self for 36 HP, which puts me back at full.
There you go. All right.
Or 37, whatever it takes to get back up to my full total. What is it? Yeah. So
It is.
37.
It is the barbed devil's turn. And you hear a voice inside of the telepathic bridge between you and the barbed devil. Also in Infernal. And it sounds like the grating of gears that need to be oiled with the backing of like a chain smoker. Saying to the barbed devil, "Work for me. They're never gonna be able to kill me. Turn. Fight for me."
This fucking train.
You're gonna make
That's
contested
fair.
persuasion checks against a train.
This fucking train. Alright,
God.
train.
Oh my god.
Please.
Roll a 1. Roll a
Please
1.
don't
I
that
dare
one.
you. Roll a 1.
Yes!
No.
Screw you,
Oh, good,
train!
okay.
This is
Screw
my,
you,
this is my
train!
brain in here.
Kill the damn train!
This is my
Barbara
brain. Get outta
Devil.
here.
Train's gonna eat you.
Stupid train with your 0 persuasion. Get out of here. Who do you think you are?
A train is who it thinks it is. It's Barb Devil's turn.
Yeah.
What do you... Yeah. There you go.
Stupid train. Stupid ass freaking train.
Your guys' brains are stuck at the fact that you're fighting a train.
Yeah.
This is fair. I feel like this is fair for what happened to you earlier.
Can
This
I-
is totally fair.
Can I move the boy and still attack? I assume so.
Yeah, it's its own turn.
Okay, he would gonna go boopity boopity. And considering it's breathing fire, I don't think it's gonna do much, but he's gonna hurl some flames.
Oh.
Surely this train has a low armor class. Well, not as low as that.
No, those both miss.
Oh, that's some good damage on that second one too. Alright, that's gonna be his turn.
Okay. You're throwing fireballs at a train? Perfect. Alright, cool. So, now officially the train can go into a frenzied rage. So mechanically it's officially in there. I wasn't gonna do half damage until after this turn, so it was just fun for flavor. Okay, so as part of its bonus action to go into the rage, it can move half of its movement, so it can move 60 feet right away, guys. Right away.
No.
What are we standing on? Are we just like floating?
It's just the
On
ground.
the ground.
What are the odds the train is a... Oh, right, he's a berserker. I was gonna say, what are the odds the train's a battle rager? We got lucky.
I really thought about it. Like 100%, I thought about it. So for its first attack against Naomi, train headbutt.
Miss.
It comes charging at you. Second attack,
That
Ooh.
hits.
that's really bad damage. Oh, it gets rage damage too. Why wasn't that turned on? Hold, please. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not doing it. But it gets 3,
Got it.
I think.
Yeah, it goes 2, 3, and then 4. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know why
18.
I just don't know why it's not showing up. That's weird. Oh wait, but that is its turn. So let me kick this back over here, save and go.
It hits with a +10, guys. Holy shit.
Ballista.
Oh God, it's me. Okay. Eldritch Blast. Just
You
gonna
can certainly, you can certainly try.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
How we looking?
Those both miss.
Oh dear God, I'm gonna use my inspiration in a second. If that's allowed.
Yeah, go for it.
The D8.
Mm-hmm. Just hits.
An 18 just hits the train the size of Godzilla. And this was used on an attack roll, so it needs to make a saving throw of con against Pax's save DC, or take 2 thunder damage.
Wait, why am I save DC?
Because it's your bardic inspiration, is what I assume.
Oh, right. And this is a saving throw? Is that right?
I passed it with a 20.
Oh.
So no 2 thunder damage, but almost.
We didn't spend it. Okay, cool.
Alright.
And yeah, that's my turn.
No, he spent the bardic inspiration. It's just a side effect of it.
So I think he still gets the bonus thingy.
He did. That's what that was for.
Oh, got it. Okay, I see. Sorry. I'm
You're fine. It is your turn.
trying to catch up. Okay, so I'm going to do my performance of creation thingy. So this is the tree friend that we talked about, everyone that I haven't used yet. What the heck's his name? We'll say it's Ig, short for Yggdrasil, because why not? So, Iggy.
Oh,
So I'm going to summon Iggy, and I want to fly, because I'm hoping Train can't fly, and I just want to go straight up.
It's a bonus action to summon him.
Is it a bonus action?
I don't know, because you're casting the fly spell, correct?
You can channel the magic of the Song of Creation to create a non-magical object as an action.
As an action. And then you were
Okay.
using fly as the spell? Is that where you were flying, or how are you flying?
Just want to try to remember, because I remember we talked about it. I think something about the particular creature I had that was a mechanical tree friend.
Oh, you want to ride on top of him because he's large and the creature
Correct.
can fly. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Do you have
he's
the
large.
token? Do you have a token for your dude?
Do I? No.
All right, let me see if I can find a giant tree, or we'll just use
Flying tree.
we'll just use their animated tree token.
Which I guess his speed is probably my speed, so 35? Question mark.
I think it has its own in your character sheet. I'd have to look.
Oh, let me look. F is that?
Yeah, so it's your action to summon them, and
Is that an
I think
extra, or is that a feature and trait?
it should be in feature and traits. I think.
Let's
see. It
I've used
is
it. Large
animating
what is this
performance. Yeah, it's just a dancing item.
here?
Yep. So basically, it has 100 hit. Nope. 5 times has 55 hit points. It can fly 30 feet. Like if you click on the animating performance, it will bring up the stat block on the right, and it tells you what it can do.
Oh, got it. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
That's very helpful.
So
yeah,
those are the things you can do with it.
we're gonna go 30 feet up. So to there.
All right. I'll give you access to the token here in a second. Controlled
Sure, that
by Pact me. And it's Iggy YGGY.
Metal 60 feet. Let's measure. Math.
So if you're using it as an action to make him appear, you cannot then cast heat.
True,
that's
because
also
it's also an action. Got it.
You should be able to move your tree guide now, though.
Okay. Let's see. Correct. Enough for that. And everyone already has Bardic Inspiration, so no point in doing that again.
You just use theirs.
I don't.
So,
You don't? Okay, then I'll Bardic Inspiration Naomi. Watch
how
out,
many
train,
more?
don't let it squish you.
This will be your last one because I think you've used 3 already. So
Correct. This is my fourth and final.
Got it.
Cool,
Thank
cool.
you.
And that's me.
All
Oh.
right.
That reminds me, sorry, I need to make a con save for the headbutt from the train. Yeah, I still
Yeah,
have
you're fine. Anthea, this giant, fiery, scary train headbutting your friend.
Okay. So I'm gonna move myself. I'm gonna run towards it. And then once I reach that spot, I'm going to go into my symbiotic entity.
Nice.
And grow all sorts of mushrooms all over me. Is there a way to do that on D&D
Yep.
Beyond?
If you put the temporary hit points right beside your max, there's that temporary number. If you just put in what they are and then save it, it should auto kick it over to your token.
Sweet.
There you
should
go.
have worked.
All 36 of
Then,
them.
I also would like Gleba to heal Naomi.
Okay.
So
You
there's
can
only
also
one
turn on,
turn.
if you do the red button D&D Beyond, you can turn on your symbiotic entity, and it should add the damage to your attacks too.
Okay, what button is that?
If you look on
Oh, it's the D&D Beyond thing.
Beyond
isn't
20
it?
button,
Okay.
yep, right above your walking speed, click on that, and then you should be able to scroll down, and it should say like symbiotic entity or something. So, and turn that on, and whenever you do attacks that are melee, you get to do that extra stuff, or whatever your capabilities are.
It's on.
And
Okay.
Yep.
And then, sorry. So, Naomi, I'm gonna roll that 3d6 for you from Gleba. That's 11. And then I'm just gonna like refresh my shillelagh as well as my bonus action.
yeah, you can refresh it. That's fine. I was gonna say it hasn't been a minute, so it's still on there, but you can definitely refresh it if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, and then yeah, that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Naomi, this big train just tried to headbutt you in the face.
Is there any way that I can get around it? And
So from front to back, it is 60 foot long.
well, my goal is, so that is a damage radius, and I think Naomi would be aware that
Oh,
she is,
you want to move?
yeah, so I
Gotcha.
want to move away from Anthea so she doesn't get hurt. Like as soon as she gets up next to Naomi, who's like sparkling and pulsating this energy, she just kind of like
Oh, we do
panics and
this.
starts to
We can
move
move
away
you
from
like
her.
right there, so you're not really in its mouth, but you're like there in the front of it, if that works.
Perfect, yeah, so she'll take more point in front of it, but she like panic moves away from Anthea. She doesn't want her to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not flanking anyone.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, you cannot flank this train. It is much too big
One
to be flanked.
person just go all the way to the end of the train.
It's fine. Just hang out back there. It's okay.
That's funny.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna keep doing the do. Whoop. Natural 1. Damn, that definitely misses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How about a natural 20?
That does hit.
Hey, remember that divine smite I was talking about before?
I remember.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember I have one more leveled spell slot at level 3?
I do.
Okay, so this is for the shroud, so that's also +8, 'cause it's a rolled die. And then 14 radiant from her pulsating aura. And then divine smite at level 3, which is 4d8? Question mark?
Sounds right.
Yep, 4d8. So here's 2, 3, 4.
So the train's looking like almost dead, right?
So it's
1, 2, 3. Okay.
So I don't know how much damage I just did. I just did a lot.
I did the
A
math.
lot.
You did 77.
77
Oh my
points
gosh.
of damage. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, yo.
That is a lot of damage.
That is, in fact, a lot of damage.
Yep, and then I'm gonna spin my pole arm and try to hit it in the back for 17.
That will miss.
How about a 20?
Yes, that will hit.
Awesome. And then
All right.
Hold
And
on,
then,
hold on. Shroud
I love it.
for 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And we're gonna do a last level 2 spell slot for another Divine Smite.
Okay.
And I can hear May's excitement.
I'm vibrating over here.
Oh my god!
Yes!
That is 1 point away from being complete max
I love
Divine
Paladins
Smite damage.
so much. So much.
So I think I just deal
Love it.
well over 100 points of damage in a single turn.
Uh-huh.
Plus.
Oh, I need,
You're at 110.
I need to take off my...
It is now the Barb Devil's turn.
Hey, I'm sure he can do exactly that much damage as well.
Okay.
I believe in him.
Come on, Bob.
I
You got
believe in
this.
him.
Hold on, please. I forgot. He has a reaction that and all of the that he did. I need you, Naomi, to make me a Wisdom saving throw. DC 18, please.
How about a 21?
Yeah!
Okay. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Good. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I passed.
You're
I
right.
don't want to know.
You don't want to know. It's
Alright, I'm gonna take
terrible.
my attacks.
Yeah, it's
I'll-
the Barb
I'll
Devil's
know
turn.
later. I'll ask later, for sure.
No. No. No.
Nope. Train time. Well, the train's
As it
gonna
starts
try
its
and
turn,
wreck your day.
can it please? As it starts its turn, it needs to make a con save for my spores. Because it's in my bubble. Okay, it passes. Have a nice day.
Okay. Alright. So, this train is going to, these all have +3 damage. I don't know why they're not, hopefully they show this time. The first attack on you, Naomi, is this one.
Miss.
Yeah. Second attack.
Hit.
For 12 +3, so 15. And then third attack, he is actually going to, it's part of being a big train. Oh, you're lucky. You know what? He's gonna take a swipe at the Barb Devil with his headbutt.
The Barb Devil has done nothing to you. Literally.
For 9.
Innocent.
Is this magical damage?
Yes.
Is cold? Oh, okay, yeah.
It's just magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
He's
so
biting
9.
you. Yeah. 9. Oh no.
Can I sentinel his face?
Is the rage damage also considered the magical stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Alright.
9 points. of
Cool.
slashing damage.
Alright.
Oh, and please take one. Please take a level 1 divine smite as well.
Okay. Give me that smite damage.
I always have so much trouble trying to track it down. There it is. 9. Why is it rolled twice?
It's 2d8.
But it rolled twice.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why. Oh,
So
I'll
9
take the
radiant
9.
damage and
9.
9 slashing damage.
Alright.
Oh, and just to be a jerk, because I can I push it away? 10 feet?
Is there a size restriction on that?
You did not put a size restriction on it.
Interesting.
Ooh, snap.
Oh, I also forgot that you have to get pushed 5 feet away. Not that it affects your
Pushing each
range
other.
any, but you're pushed 5 feet away and you can push it 10 feet away. So
You just pushed
Just
a train.
pushing each other
I did.
around?
You just pushed a 60-foot long. train.
also, it's going to use its reaction since it got that back since it's turn. Make another wisdom save. D18.
Naomi?
Mm-hmm. You pushed the train. It doesn't like being pushed. Thank you.
Say it
No.
like that.
Alright. So, this, and you rolled it as a perfect. You failed by more than 5. Thank you. So, you,
Shit.
as you push this train away, after it pushes you, and you reach out and just slap this train, and somehow manage to push it 60-foot behemoth of a demonic train back. You see that its piercing, flaming eyes like look deep into your soul, and you feel yourself fall into a familiar, soul-rending sleep. Oh wait, it's this right here. So you are currently soul displaced back into your own soul, sitting right by your crystal. You're effectively asleep. So on your next turn, you can use an action to force yourself awake and take 1d8 damage in the process.
Bonus action, actually.
No, you failed by more than 5. It was 18. You rolled 11.
If the creature fails by
By
DC
6
of
or more.
5 or oh, sorry, I see it. Never mind.
6 or
My
more.
fault.
Yep. So you get to use your action. Wake up next time. Ballista. I just wanted to get that off one time.
You
'cause
just
it's
gave
so
her
cool.
the penance stare.
I
That was really
did.
good.
From the train. Just like, Arr. Alright, Phyllis.
Yeah.
You pushed a 60-foot train back 10 feet. Like, come on. It's cooler. It's way cooler. Anyway.
I'm gonna try. Oh, good lord.
And the she loses the shroud.
I'm gonna try and ray of frost it,
That hits.
and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one step back. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Axe.
Yes. Okay. I'll have to do a quick phone call after this turn, but feel free to run me, Alex, while I'm away. Trying to stay above the train is goal. Bonus action heal if party members are really weak, and otherwise just visually mock train. But on this turn,
Mock my own brain. That's just the disrespect. Okay, that's fine.
hunk of metal. So I'm gonna fly up a little bit.
Oh, I can tell you the train is made of metal. In case you were gonna ask, because
Okay,
I think you're
cool.
going to ask. Yes, it's made
So
of
I'm
metal.
going to heat metal the train.
Okay.
What is the highest level spell I can muster at this time? I think I still have some fourth left. Yes, I have some fourth. Click. Click. There we
Right.
go. Well, that
As
came twice. It was not supposed to come twice.
As you heat up the metal on the train, it seems that the flames that were coming out of its eyes and mouth, it seems to have the heat from your spell seems to have no effect on this metallic train.
Immune to fire. Hooray! Hooray!
Now you know.
Then yeah, I guess that's my turn for now. So yeah,
Okay.
Viciously Mock and bonus action healing word when folks need to. And I'll
Sounds
be
good to
back
me.
as soon as I can.
Cool. Anthea. You just saw a train get pushed back by Naomi with a glaive.
Awesome. Okay. I would like to bonus action move my little glebes
Okay.
over here and use my last healing spirit for her. So that
Okay.
takes my bonus action, and she gets 7. And then it's going to disappear, so if you wouldn't mind deleting that.
It was dead.
It's all done. Okay. And then, cool. Cool. So I'm, let's attack with my quarterstaff. Let's try to whack it. Can I use
That
inspiration?
misses. Yes, you can.
It's a D8, right?
Yes.
See if that helps.
It misses.
11. No. Okay. Well, have a nice day, train.
Okay.
That would be all I can do, except when he starts his turn, I'll spore him again.
Okay. Naomi, you find yourself in the recently familiar innards of your soul, sitting by your crystal, floating high up in the sky, with wings from your back. Nobody else around you, and you know how to get out of this place since you've done it once before.
I will reach out and gently place my hand on my crystal and
Okay.
and say, thank you for always being my inner light. I will never let you fade, and I will slice my hand on my crystal as
Ooh.
my action and wake myself up.
Alright, and you take 1d8 worth of damage, so you can roll that d8.
And what kind of damage is that?
It's just slashing. But yeah, it's just whatever damage type you used is what type it is.
Okay.
So if you Eldritch Blast yourself in the face, Felista, it's 1d8 force damage to the face. Yeah, so two damage, and your action, since you failed by 6 or more, so you have a bonus action.
Okay. I think in order to be able to use my polearm master technique, I think I have to attack.
Correct.
Would that be considered an attack against myself?
No.
Okay, that's totally fine. I am going to then dump my last lay on hands into myself. So my final
Right.
lay on hands is going to go to healing
Okay.
me back up.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Barb Devil versus Trained.
Alright,
About we've all been
alright,
waiting for.
Alright. I've renamed him. He's Bob Devil.
Oh, Bob Devil.
Go Bob.
Yeah, let me actually rename him on the sheet.
Or
Because
is he
why not?
Bobbed Devil?
Well, he ain't bobbing
Love
for
that.
apples.
Or bobbing for devils?
I'm renaming him.
Alright.
Bob Devil.
Bob DeVille.
Alright. Tail! Oh my god, come on, Bob.
Nope.
Just one.
Nope.
Damn you, Bob.
Okay.
You've been good, though. You've been good to me.
It's gotta make a con save in your spore life. It rolls a third. Wow, that's really bad. I think that fails. How much spore damage does Mr. Train take?
Oh. It is 2d6. And yeah, so it was a DC 16, so he failed. So he takes 8.
As you your spores encompass this train, it blasts back a hellish rebuke of fire at you.
Whoa. Rude.
So it's also
Rude.
13 save.
So
13
a
deck
dex
save
save?
of
Okay.
13. Yes.
Nope.
So you take
Okay.
you take 22 fire damage
Rude.
as you just get
Okay.
it just
Alright.
snorts flame at you. I mean, it's gonna attack you now since you just scored it and having a bad time. It's gonna try and headbutt you.
Awesome.
23 for 15 because there's the rage on top of that. Second
Yeah.
attack is a 27 for 19.
Oh god.
And it's gonna attack you one more time. A 13.
Third one misses.
Alright, so you take, what's that? 28 plus 6, 34 total bludgeoning damage. So
Wait, 34, is that counting the
that's
rebuke?
counting the, oh, including the rebuke? That's
no,
56.
No, I already did the rebuke.
Oh yeah,
so what is it?
the bludgeoning alone, because it's not adding rage on here for some reason.
Oh, that's why, okay.
Yeah, so it's
Sorry.
15 plus 18, so 33, sorry. 33.
33?
Yes.
Okay. Hey,
So.
we're standing. It's okay. Everything's
Uh-huh.
fine.
And because I don't like the way that Spore Druids are written and that when you lose your temp HP it goes away, my thing is it stays for 10 until you die. So you're still in Spore Druid form, you just don't have your Spore Druid temp hit points anymore. Because, those
Okay.
just got stripped away.
They were
They burned away very quickly.
out.
And it's actually gonna move. It's got some movement. So let me see first of all how far. Go. It's big. Go like there. Okay.
Well, it's minus
Oh.
10.
Well, it's still only gonna move 30 feet, but so it's gonna go like there. There you go. Yes. It took a big old move to get over there. But it is your turn.
Okay, I don't appreciate this.
It's looking right at you.
10, 15 damage. I'm backing up to the back of the map. Yeesh. I'm gonna try and Ray of Frost it again. Nope.
No. That misses.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. So Pax said he wanted to heal with his bonus action. You are 50 feet away, so let's. Does he have? Not train that. Let's see spells. Or actually, bonus action. He does have healing word. He's got some good spell slots. Let's use a third on you, Anthea, because you took a whole bunch of damage. So here you go. Third level healing word. So 15 from
15?
Pax to you, Anthea. And then he wants to mock the train. So
Yes, he does.
a wisdom save. That he passes. Whew, I don't have to mock myself. Great. Think this is a train? Anyway, Anthea.
Hey, train, and my mouse just died. Oh, there it is. Alright, I mean, I guess I'll just attack with my quarterstaff at this thing because there's not much more I can do right now. Let's
Okay.
do that.
Do it. Give it the old smackaroo. That will miss,
Maybe
unfortunately.
not. Okay. Panic. Yeah, let's do. Sorry, just let me see if I can upcast. Yes, I can. Can I bonus action healing spirit and bring Gleba back?
Sure.
So I will do that. Just spell slot and then Glebes in the 5-foot cube again. If we could have
Good old Glebes.
that done.
We love leaves.
Good old Glebes. And I'm not gonna have
Oops,
Gleba
cube.
do anything yet, so they'll have 5 charges. I'm not gonna use it yet.
Sounds good.
Besides.
Oh,
Thank you.
I don't know. I can't get Gleep's thing to go in front. I don't know why. I put the thing in the back. It's
It's okay.
weird.
I can
Cool.
tell
Your
her.
life. Naomi.
Okay.
Okay. Now that I'm up and awake and everything, let's take an attack on the train.
Rain.
13.
Misses.
13.
Misses.
Rude. 19.
That does not miss.
Awesome. And then he also takes 14 points of radiant damage along with the 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so it's 5 plus 9, you said, so 14 total?
Yeah, 14 radiant damage and then 5 bludgeoning damage. So a total of 19 damage.
Cool. All right. Let me see how close everybody is, first of all. You're all within 60 feet. Cool. As a reaction, Valista, make me a wisdom saving throw. DC. What did I say it was? 18. There it is. I was like,
Boy.
you feel yourself kind of nod off for a second. You find yourself back in the dance hall, being spun, being danced with your partner. Barb Devil's turn.
How the fuck does this work?
So, I'm gonna roll me a. What's your spell DC?
It is a 17.
So roll a charisma saving throw for the Barb Devil at advantage because you're unconscious, technically, right at your sleep. And if it beats your spell DC, it's no longer under your.
It's probably going to.
The Barb Devil's control
Is
seems to be
themselves.
removed. And now it can attack anything it wants, right?
It can. Yeah, it can do its own thing. Let me read it again. So if I lose concentration, it remains for 8 minutes,
Okay.
and it can act in whatever manner it chooses for those 8 minutes. And when those 8 minutes are up, it goes bye-bye.
I am gonna roll a D100. Do you want high or do you want low?
Believe in the heart of the cards. I want high.
All right. If it is high, it will flee. If it is low, it will move to attack. Probably Naomi, because she's right there.
I mean,
Should be low.
it's Naomi.
All right, roll 3 attacks against Naomi. All of the attacks just coming out from this Barb Devil on Naomi.
Miss.
This
Hit,
is-
hit, miss. 6.
There you go.
So
6
you
pierce.
can hit her, but you can't hit the train.
Hey, she doesn't like paladins. I don't know what to tell you. Train's demon. Why is it crying? All right.
It's not one of its kind. It's the reverse of its kind. It's the thing that they hate.
Cool. Now that it's got you dealt with, it's gonna go ahead and attack Naomi 2 times and Thea 1 time. 1 attack, 2 attack.
Both hit, Naomi.
Plus 6 on top of that, so 37
Got
for
it.
the rage. And then this one is against Anthea. Headbutt.
That hits. That's
So
15.
18 more, because the rage for some reason is adding. And that is its turn. And you can hit the train.
Did it do the spore save on its
I-
turn?
It did not. I forgot. It
That's great.
rolled.
Whoa,
Oh
it's
my
very
God.
good at that. Okay.
It's a hardy train. Full of hearts, if you will.
Ba-doom-tsh.
Ba-dum-tsh.
9 points of slashing damage. And
Okay.
a divine smite.
Ooh.
10.
All right. This train's
my God.
looking like a bad time.
Bad time train.
Well, I mean, it's still got a lot of HP, but comparatively, it's looking like a bad time.
Shush.
Ballista, it is.
So
Oh,
did I
for
fail
Pax, for
my
your turn, I did a 3rd level. Yeah, so I did a 3rd level healing. Thea, because she got wrecked, and it passes Vicious Mockery. You failed by 7, I believe. So you wake up, will have to burn an action and take 1d8 worth of damage. Or you don't have to wake up. You can keep yourself there.
No, I'm not. However, I am going to do something unique because mid dancing, I'm going to break it by pulling an attack on Titan and biting myself.
Roll that d8. You did not bite hard enough. But you are awake and you realize that your Barb Devil is now out of your control. The train is going wild and you have a little bit of a bite mark on your hand.
Can I do a bonus action?
If you have the rest of your turn, you just don't have an action.
I'm gonna hex it.
Okay.
And
Hex
I'm
train.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it disadvantage on. I'm gonna give it disadvantage on. Because this is funny, I'm gonna give it disadvantage on dexterity checks.
Okay. Pax, it is your turn.
Hooray! Is that a silence up that I see, or is that from the last combat still?
Still your silence before. I don't know if you wanted it up or not.
Why not? This pen can be a little bit quiet. Train, don't be so loud. It's annoying.
Just the sound. Just...
Yeah, I think we're just gonna Thunderwave Train. We're just gonna Thunderwave Train as much as we can, because hopefully he's not resistant to that. Let's do. There's the slot. Let's do the cast. There we go.
Okay.
Train! Stop messing with my friends!
Train.
Alright, cool. So you're flying down to the train, casting Thunderwave, because you gotta
Yeah,
be
like,
right by it, so you're like right there. It's gotta make a con save of 16. Oh yeah, put yourself for 16.
I guess not in the silence. It's my bad idea. So like, woohoo! We'll buzz the tower. We'll buzz the tower of the train.
Well, it passed with
Oh.
a 28, but it still takes half
A
damage.
little bit of a pass. A little bit of a pass, you know.
Alright, so half damage. Cool.
Mhm.
And it seemed to it seemed to take the damage. So it's just a really hardy demonic train. So all right, is that your turn?
Yes, that is it for me.
All right, and Thea.
Yeah, I'm gonna whack it again.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, nope.
You want Gleba to heal you?
Yes, please, Gleba. So I will do the. Just let me check what level was that at. Was that at level 4 again?
I believe, yeah.
So it should be the. Or should I just take what it rolled? Can I just take what it rolled that time? For the
That's
4th
fine.
level?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
so I'll take the 14. Beautiful. And
All right.
Can I move it as well as my bonus action? Like after it's healed me, can I move it over to Naomi so that on her
Yeah, because it
turn-
doesn't take anything to heal you with it. So yeah.
Sweet, so I'll do that. So
Alright.
Gleba hops over.
Cool. All right. Naomi, you can get heals now too.
Yeah, I'll definitely take the heals.
Oh, you get 5.
That is more
Sorry.
than that is more than what I had, dear. So I will take it.
Can
It's
does it
dismal,
work?
but it's-
Does Anthea choose who gets healed, or is it a blanket heal in that square? Because the Barb Devil gets
She gets to
healed.
choose. She gets
Okay.
to choose.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry,
It's your
Bob.
turn. It is your turn, Naomi.
Well, that stupid thing hit me. However, it is close to me, so that might make it want to leave. Okay, so we're gonna try to hit the train.
Okay.
For 12.
That will miss.
26.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
12 points of slashing damage plus 14 radiant damage, which also goes to the barb demon.
Oh, Barb Devil Boy. All
And
right,
then
so it
she
gets.
gets hit for 3.
That Barb Devil is looking pretty hardy still.
Final,
I didn't realize how many HP the thing has.
Final divine smite onto
Okay.
the train for 10.
Okay.
10 radiant damage, and then polearm attack against the train.
That will miss.
That didn't register properly.
That 9 misses.
That is the attack of opportunity, my good sir.
Oh, are you moving? Oh, it's the attack opportunity one. I didn't move. All right.
10. That definitely doesn't hit, so it's very.
Still misses. Barb Devil. It's gonna. I'm gonna roll a D100. You want higher? You want low?
Give me high.
All right. If it's high, it will attack you. If low, it will attack the train. 'Cause it's gonna kill something. Train life. Roll some attacks on the train. Gonna move
Is
up
he
here.
in range? Okay.
Yeah, he is now.
I will not take an attack of opportunity on him. He can move to the train.
Come on, Bob. You're on our side.
Yes.
Hit the damn train.
Hits with one of them.
Oh, the tail hit though. That's fine. He knows his hatred for demons.
Roll Bob a wisdom saving throw, TC 18. So as Bob slashes out at this train, it looks and just these fiery eyes stare into this barbed devil's.
Oh, is this magical?
No,
Oh.
not. It's just a thing. It's a feature. You see that Bob collapses to the ground, starts kind of foaming at the mouth a little bit, and he's not happy right now. He is in his soul.
How is this gonna work?
It's gonna. I can't move to you. Actually, it can reach you though. It's going to take
Or-
two. It's gonna take 2 tail swipes at you and bite. All right, ready for the tail attack? What it's called? Wham! Train car swipe. Wham! Train car swipe. Wow.
That is awesome.
The first one hits.
Okay, so I also need you to make a DC 18 strength save or get knocked prone.
Well, I'm not gonna succeed that.
You're prone again. Again. And it's going to take a bite or headbutt at Thea as its bonus action. I think misses, right? 14?
That might hit. I think that meets.
You have an AC of
So-
14?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so 15, 18 bludgeoning damage. Oh, you have 13 damage over the... I forgot the added. So, Felissa takes 13
sorry.
and Thea takes 18. You're just going to keep poking, huh? Keep poking the train bear.
Yep.
Poking the train.
Damn
That
right.
hit. That hit.
Get
I
it.
do one thing and I do it well.
Death by 1,000 pokes. Velista.
Con save for the spores.
Oh yeah, give me that. So it's gonna be 10 because it's half of 18.
Oh yeah, Hex is concentration. I need to make a save.
Mm-hmm. Get my saves. Ballista, you pass. And then what was your con save for the spore? For him. Duh.
For the train.
So many con saves.
So
15.
many. That fails actually.
All right.
16. Oh, that's 2d6. 5. It's poking.
All right. He's slowly growing spores. Ballista.
I'm gonna throw 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. Well, one misses. And the other one hits.
And what is the Hex damage? It's a D6 necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
D6 necrotic 2.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Pax. Is Michael back or is he on the phone? I
He's
think he might.
muted.
I think yeah.
I'm
he's
here,
muted.
but too many muted. Too many
Oh.
muted.
Gotcha.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yep. It is your turn.
Let us... I don't think there's really anything better to do than my current plan. Yes, let Thunderwave at 3rd level and try to stay out of its reach, because no one's really on death's door at this point, correct?
Well-
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look too awful. Naomi doesn't look great, but you know, she's on the other side of a train.
This is true. We'll just try what we think works.
So con save for Thunderwave. DC 6.
Yeet.
Eat.
Fly, fly, fly. Fly, fly, fly.
19, so 11. Okay.
Chipping away, chipping away.
As
You can do it,
you
guys!
as you fly down, and you're just floating above this death train,
Hmm.
how do you want to kill it?
Oh my
Ha!
god.
Yes! Oh,
Yes!
oh thank God.
So I think we'll do kind of like spiral. Does it show when I spiral? Does this show my token moving?
You have to let
Shows
it
it.
go.
No.
Yeah.
as you're
Okay,
spinning.
because we're doing kind of like the MiG flying down. It's like no, kind of like I'm going to impact with it, and then we'll thunderwave at the last minute, and then we'll kind of be mirthfully dancing and leaping on Iggy. I just look down and say, "Ha! See, we got it. We have solved the transportation problem."
Well done.
As you get down and Death Spiral Comet Crash into this train, it broke. Oh man, I broke my music, guys. Oh damn, I broke my music, guys. Somebody fix it.
Like
Um,
fast
and
thunderwave too strong. I broke the music.
You 100% the music. We're getting it back.
Come on, I believe in you, Chip.
Yeah, we're back. It's fine. We'll do that. So yeah, as the train collapses underneath your concussive blast of a thunder wave, you see that it starts to topple and roll and spin and almost go into like this alligator death roll. And as it does, you see that people are being thrown from the train as it collapses and rolls. As you look around, you see that there are some people who are no longer alive. You see some of the people that you ran into when you were walking through the train cars. You see the very well-dressed family who look like they were of noble descent, or that is their station. You see the bartender and the other lady that was working with him. And you see a couple of the citizens who were at that bar. Few of them look like they have not survived. Look like they're too worse for wear. But as you kind of look a little bit more and kind of trace where people are being launched, you see the 4 children that you had previously met. One slammed into a tree, another one not too far from that tree, and the other 2 about 20 yards west of those 2. They, as you get closer and kind of look at them, they look severely injured, but not on death's door. But they do look like they're going to be in for a decently long recovery, especially the one who you noted was suffering from shadow. They're the one that was slammed into the tree.
I'll look to Ende and say, should we try to heal them?
Is the one who looks the worst for wear my kid, the youngest one?
He is the worst for wear one. That is not the Shadow Fluke kid, yes.
Okay, where's my kid? I want to find that kid.
You can find him.
I'll find mine.
Let's find our kids.
Yep, you all go find your individual kids.
And they would want to like try and bring them all together, and then basically just use healing spirit, and I'd like cast it multiple times if we had to try and heal them up a bit.
Yep. After
Bob would have poofed. By
Yeah.
the way.
After bringing all of the kids together to heal them and whatnot, they're still, like, their wounds were very bad. They're not, like, on death's door. They're not in any dire health or anything right now, but they're going to be sore for a while. Like, slamming into a tree, yes, you can heal that, but you're going to feel that for a long time. So they're all looking a little bit better, bar the Shadow Fluke kid, who doesn't seem to have been cured from that disease or illness itself. Their mortal wounds and their physical being thrown from a train, you have managed to heal. But as far as the illness and that mental trauma, it's still there. And they look up at you and they're just like, they look like they're seeing stars almost. Like they're so kind of, they're definitely concussed. Thanks. How can we ever repay you? Also, who are you?
You can repay us by living good lives and seeking happiness, passing the kindness onwards.
Your potential that was going to be taken away from you. That's all we ask.
Live your life. You have a life now. And any troubles that you run into will help make you into a better version of yourself going forward. Don't dismay when you get into hard times. Don't be sad. Don't be discouraged. Just learn from them, grow, and just continue to be amazing human beings that you are destined to be. We believe in you.
Felista would like to take her kid, the one who has the sickness, and kind of embrace him in a hug, like a motherly hug, and kind of walk away from the group with him, just a ways off.
Okay. As you guys are talking, the kid with the shadow flu kind of head off a little bit. What are you and said child doing?
gonna kneel down,
Mm-hmm.
still holding the kid, and she is going to be absolutely bawling her eyes out because she despises doing this but wants to protect the kid. And she is gonna kneel down while still holding him, and she is going to call to the Prince of Frost. And she is going to say, I've prepared this. She is going to say and try and call to the prince. My prince, I call to you in time of need. This child suffers, but I wish to offer them to your service. Take them into your ranks. Frost them over and grant them the strength to fight against this disease, against all enemies who oppose your will. And as I say that, if you would allow a little creativity, I would like to Tomb of Levistus over both of us.
Okay. You guys see, the three of you see Melissa's kind of walk off to the side. Naomi, you always have her in the corner of your eye.
Yep.
You've trained yourself to at this point. You kind of watch her eagle-eyed, as you can see that when she kneels down that she is bawling. And it's an interesting sight because you at this point can kind of understand that she was the one that protected you from the ice blast of the prismatic spray earlier, and kind of keeping an eye on what's happening. As you kind of remember that she's the one that protected you, you see that all of a sudden this bright blue flash blazes through these woods, lighting up the darkness that is surrounding all of you. The blackness of the trees and the landscapes, grass, clouds, all goes this diamond blue and bright white combination, almost like you're in the middle of a flash, just momentarily. And as you kind of cover your eyes and get your sight back from this blast of cold energy, you see that the moon itself is no longer red. The moon is white and blue. You see that both the child and Philista are covered in ice. And as you kind of stare and look for a minute, you see that this entombment, this investiture of ice that melts away. And as it melts away, you all at this point see this after bracing yourself from the sight, that the child is no longer looking sickly and weak, but they have at their side a blade of ice. Their eyes are bright diamond blue, their hair is bleach white, their skin is bleach white, and it's almost like there is this figure about 1.5 feet taller than the child, standing and looking over both Philista and this child. As you're staring, all of you, just for this split second, you see that it brushes its cloak over the two of them, and as it pulls its cloak back up over itself at the same time, in one quick weaving motion, you see that Philista is left on her own, weeping on her knees, with the child gone, footprints of ice left in front of her, and walking 5, 6, 7 steps away until they just seem to have melted. And it's almost as if you look further down, as there is a slight sprinkling of snow just kind of falling as this child is gone and Vallista is there alone, just crying.
I walk up behind Ballista and I say, "Where's the child?" Where is the child? Is she considered prone?
No, she's more of just kneeling.
Kneeling is not considered prone.
Out of combat, no. In combat, yeah, I mean... But what are you trying to do? Let me ask
Oh,
you
I'm
that.
gonna hit her.
Oh.
Is she prone? I need to know.
If she's not going to even acknowledge that you're there, then it could be... So...
Okay, I'm hitting her.
Okay.
24 to hit Ballista.
Mm-hmm.
6 points of slashing damage. Where's the child?
I stay on the ground. And I just simply respond with... He is with the prince now.
I hit her again. 17 to hit Ballista.
Mm-hmm.
You hit her
12
again.
points of slashing damage. And we're gonna drop a level 2 Divine Smite in that.
What are... Oh, and Thea and Pax, what are you guys doing as you... Naomi walk up, start yelling at Ballista, and then just
yeah,
miting
as
her?
this happens, I'm gonna step forward and
Oh, you're over there. Now you're over here. This is where you
now I'm
should
over
be.
there. I'm
This
over
is where you
here.
should
I'm
be.
all over the place.
I'm over
oh,
here.
hi.
I'm over here.
I can't see anything over here except for this random token that's hanging out.
Yeah, I have a random token hanging out too.
Oh, now there's 2 random tokens hanging out.
My
Actually,
view
In
is
the
here.
darkness. I can't see.
My view is outside the
there's
tree.
lightness. Oh.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh, I
step
can't get
over
over
and
there.
Oh, that's
Uh,
completely different.
but,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I was over in the train car.
this is cool.
Oh, there we
yeah,
go.
I was
we
also
go.
in the train car. Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
put a
coming with
hand
you.
on Naomi and like just her shoulder and be like, please, we can't. Like, we just got through all of this. We can't kill each other now.
Did you take your Divine Smite damage too?
I did.
Okay. No, she sacrificed a child. She deserves to die.
We don't even know what happened.
No.
He is not here. He is not here. Did you not see him walk away?
Ballista. Ballista, what does this mean?
It means he is safe.
You gave him a fate worse than death.
If that is what you think, then so be it.
So be it. And I raise my glaive again.
Oh my gosh.
12 to hit Ballista.
That misses.
You see appearing on Ballista's shoulder an icicle taken humanoid figure that you've seen before. It's their companion. And as it appears on the shoulder, Ballista, it touches you on the side of the cheek with the back of its hand, and your whole body is encased in ice, but not in the of which you're used to as far as protection. This is something different, something unique, something that's never happened before. And as Ballista is covered in this icy armor, you see that the armor itself almost steps off of Ballista into its own being, grows in about 2 feet worth of height until this towering figure of ice is tall. No real face, it looks like an ice golem, and looks to you Naomi and says, "You may not believe in our methods or even agree with them, but the child is alive. The child is safe. And if you don't wish to incur my wrath, I would say, let Ballista be. She did what she believed to be right for her and for him. It's not what you or most others would do, but it did save the child. The child will live. The child is cured. The child now has power. You no longer need concern yourself with the future or well-being of them. They have escaped this," and they wave their icy arm in the air around you, "this eternal domain of dread, unlike yourselves, who have yet to even realize where you are and where you find yourself. The powers at bay here. Until you have come to the conclusion of what to do with this domain, you're never going to escape. You're just going to stay here and fight and survive and maybe die, maybe live. But more souls will be lost until you save the domain. Good luck. Don't kill each other." And the ice explodes into this, like when you shatter an icicle off the wall, explodes into a rain of ice people. And it just goes back to being a little humanoid familiar on Ballista's shoulder.
Pretty.
I raise my glaive to hit her again. And if nobody stops me, I'm taking another hit at her.
Would we step in, Anthea? I don't know. No good feeling.
I mean, can I just like?
You can step in front of it or try and stop it if you want.
Let's bring them apart.
I'm gonna step over to Ballista and I'm gonna just bark skin and just sort of put my hand up.
All right.
And I'll say, Naomi, this is more than just black and white. There's more nuance here.
A child has lost his freedom. Does that not bother you at all?
It has a different kind of suffering now, but at least it might have peace. I don't think there was malice in what Ballista did, but more a euthanasia. Would I have made the same choice? No, but I think Ballista's colors showed in summoning that devil to attack our combined threat rather than to subjugate us. If she were truly malicious, she would have just sold us to save herself and gain more power.
So she she sold his child into servitude, and you do not have an issue with that? There were other options we could have explored to try to heal the child. There were other things we could have found.
True, and she was secretive about it.
And her go-to was to pass him on to somebody else. Much less, and she gestures towards the broken shards of ice. Please tell me how that is justified. I'd like to hear it. And I will, despite my tone, be open to hear what you have to say.
Well, Ballista, I feel her question is better answered by you than by me. What is your justification? Why shouldn't Naomi smite you?
Because he was going to die. I let it be known very early on that this was an option. And I decided upon myself to take that option.
Who appointed you judge? You're not omniscient.
Prince grants protection to those who are lost and alone, like he did with me. You talk about the child's freedom being taken away, yet this child's freedom was taken away when your king bought them from their family.
What about this charge that you just traded one savior for another? I think Naomi's point is justified. I don't know if you've given them freedom.
You have given me freedom. They have given him freedom.
Do you not bend to the will of your master?
I listen to him and he listens to me.
At this point, the other three children approach the four of you, seeing you arguing and fighting and using deadly force and weaponry against each other. It took them some time to get over here because of how injured they still are. And the one in red walks up to Vallista, just throws her arms around her in a very strong and tightly she could muster hug. And the other two look up to the other three of you and just say, "Thank you. You saved us. You saved all of us. You especially saved Jeremy. He had no hope. Based on what we just saw, we think he's going to be okay. We think we're going to see him again someday. We think we have a feeling deep down he's not gone. If he was gone, we don't feel a sense of emptiness or sadness. We're happy. We're gonna go home now. Well, at least what's left of it. And try and rebuild our family and see if there's anybody. We would appreciate it if you guys would give us. Try and repay you. But there's no need to fight anymore. I think we're done in. And I don't think this isn't any of your fault. This was, well, the monster's fault. They're the one that took us. They're the one that, well, that made the disease worse. There are other people with the disease too, and we've never found a cure. So maybe you can do that. Maybe you can find a cure. If we get him back ever, if he still has the shadow flu, we can solve it. But I think there's been enough violence for one. Don't you? And they look up at you, Naomi. I mean, they're starting to cry a little bit, but just a little. They reach out their hands as if trying to take yours, but waiting for you to reach out and take theirs.
She would stop and turn and look down at Ballista and hold her glaive in the air and cast a zone of truth. And I want a charisma saving throw from Ballista. Unless she wants to willingly fail, as Naomi holds it up and the radiant bubble starts to surround the group, and she says, speak from the heart, speak your truth. Do you feel like what you did was right.
Yes.
Do you willingly fail the save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can tell that the magic was not resisted.
Yeah.
You know your magic and how it works, yeah. So you know you're telling the truth.
Do you feel like it was the only thing that could have possibly been done?
Yes, I do.
We're just about to end the game, right?
Mm-hmm. I assume so.
Alex?
We are.
Great. Because I want to ask one more question, but I think it would be a really nice cliffhanger. And I know Naomi would not be able to resist asking Ballista this question. So she would look down and ask Ballista, knowing that she has willingly given herself into the zone of truth, and state, why did you choose to betray the crown?
That's where we'll end the game. Night.
And with that,
That's
as always, Alex, great game. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And to wrap up this game of episode 5 of Tales of Mateia, everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye,
Bye,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon delving, everyone.